They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and we saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here we go.
On first down, Kessler. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These two teams had not one but two memorable encounters a year ago. Their first one was Week 5. That's when Ben Roethlisberger threw a handful of interceptions. Jacksonville won big. And then, of course, the Jags, Charles, they doubled down in the playoffs.
Yeah, they beat Pittsburgh again in Pittsburgh, 45-42, to advance to their 3rd AFC Championship game in franchise history. And I like what you did there. A handful. 5 interceptions by Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, he struggled in that first outing. And now it's Kessler. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack.
Gun!
To throw, Kessler. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and 10 Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Ready? Who's 30?
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's third down.
They could game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over. Motion. Hot.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check. Detroit. Gun. Hot.
On second down, Kessler. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Kessler. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now.
Now Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Kessler now on 1st down. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Good!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hurry up, here we go!
Kessler looks to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. Then the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that 1st quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, But you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? Come on. What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw on first is Kessler. Looking long for Westbrook. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Kessler now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Kessler. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Goes underneath for Bell. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They go play action here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coach. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump-off. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, here's Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game. One of the premier runners in the NFL.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On third down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, Kessler looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. got you now, Barney. Barney.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over, 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 over.
They'll try to run for it with Yeldon, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's go, let's go.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Ready? Like 30.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll run with Darkwa. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Roethlisberger will throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And it'll make it a 2nd down.
And there's a man they call AB. Always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. second and goal from the 1. Big Ben going to take it himself. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better you be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Orleans Darkwa, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Here's Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Set. Green, 39.
Kessler again here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here we go. Kessler on 4th down. And he's got Moncrief. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
It's caught by Moncrief. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on first is Kessler. And caught right side, Green. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now it's Kessler yet again, escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They need a touchdown, but also have to be wary of leaving too much time for Roethlisberger. Here's first and goal. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They need a touchdown, but also have to be wary of leaving too much time for Roethlisberger. Here's first and goal.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. T.J. Yeldon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Now Kessler. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Bryant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Big Ben has the knowledge, certainly the weapons to pull this off. We know he's done it many times in the past.
And that transmits itself to the rest of the offensive unit because these guys know that with Big Ben leading them, they've got a lot of confidence they can get it done.
He's back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, You can't have those kind of plays.
On the run, Darkwan. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Roethlisberger will hand to counter. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. And the Steelers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Darkwan. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll look to throw. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
One last shot for Kessler. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.